Welcome to the Parley, a conference between opposing sides in a dispute. The premier debate arena. Here is how things work.
Another great topic. Kobe versus LeBron, better all-around player, better overall player. We got Dale representing Kobe, Unc representing LeBron. Lead us off.
Oh, man. I think it's James, and I think it's James for his versatility, his ability to score, his ability to defend, his ability to pass. All of that stuff affects his unit in the most astronomical way, which would explain why he was in the NBA championship 9 times in 10 years. James averaged 25 a game for 20 straight years. These are how many people in NBA history could say that they did that. How he affects the game just from an IQ standpoint, knowing the offense, knowing where you're gonna be, knowing where the other person is gonna be, understanding pace, and understanding how to play within the system and understanding how to get other guys involved and it just not being stagnant is so much of how James is, and on the strength of him being that dude right from the beginning. Like, it's hard to be that dude right from the door at 19 years old and consistently be that guy throughout the course of your career. I mean, James is first team All-NBA in year 3, and he's been on the All-NBA team since 2006. I know that sounds ridiculous, but yeah, that's what's been going on with him. How awesome he's been. He's got signature moments in every category there is. He's made the biggest pass. He's made the biggest defensive plays. He's made the biggest scoring points. I mean, he's made all of these things that just make him so much better as an all-around player than Kobe Bryant.
Will is something that people don't bring into like debates when it comes to the all-around aspect. But when you say passing, yeah, LeBron, you can say rebound because his height, but the accumulation of when you watch on the basketball court of your all-around game of how you have Paul Gasol play this way, how you have Trevor Ariza Bryant to just catch and shoot, how you have Ron Artest, it's a testament of what they see and what they go. Kobe Bryant is such an all-around when they switch to defense of being one of the best two-way players for like 10 years straight, 8 all NBA first team defense, and then you look in the other end when you're averaging 28, 29 points. He's able to elevate his player not by the system of the offense, just by watching me, watch how I work, watch how I lead, watch what I do when the shit hit the fan is why I consider him all-time better player and a better all-around basketball player than LeBron James. He doesn't have to cater to this aspect. LeBron James' greatest gift is the way that how everybody around him, when he has the ball in the hand, they could stay here, stay there, he could maneuver that. If that's not working for him or he can't just adapt, Kobe could adapt and play with anyone, or they could come to me and like, yo, you gotta fit the bill and you have to do this, you have to do that. I'm a Kobe stand. Jordan, Kobe, don't rank them with the rest of the peasants, and then the rest and then the rest could follow. When it comes to basketball, it's them two I look at. When it comes for me, when I was in college, looking at Kobe in 08, 09, 2010, young, yeah, I'm old, like goddamn.
I'm just trying to figure out, when you're talking about the overall aspect of the game, even outside of him being able to score the basketball at an elite level, like what is his signature moments? Like when I think about James as a defender,
I'm not gonna answer that yet. I'm just wait.
What I'm asking you is, what is his what is his signature moments? You also talk about him in terms of his will. I mean, we're talking about LeBron James, who was in the NBA championship 9 times in 10 years. Yo, they don't just hand those out. That's not a paycheck.
It's a whack
That's
East. It's a whack East.
Even if it was a whack East, if it was a whack West, it doesn't make a difference. It's hard to get to the NBA championship one time. Not only is it hard to get once, it's hard to get there 3 times. There's a generation of kids that don't know the NBA championship without LeBron James in it. Not only do they not know the NBA championship without him
losing
it, him consistently getting there. You know how hard that is to do? And we're talking about will. We're going up against a 59-win Toronto Raptors team that was number 1 in the East, and to smoke them dudes out of the playoffs. And I can tell you this right now. You also talk about Will, right? You also talk about Will. I watched DeMar DeRozan get ejected in a playoff game. You know what that tells me? He ain't want nothing to do with James. So when you're talking about dudes being tough, James is tough as they come, B. As tough as they come.
Kobe got 2 pieces by Chris Childs. He got kneed in the face by Ron Artest on the Rockets. His playoff battles, he had to fight against his own teammates with Shaq and all this stuff just to be proven. of course, LeBron been through a lot of stuff in the East, but who was he going against?
Right.
LeBron James in himself knew that when the playoffs start, I have their number.
Right.
It's not until the tail end of his career that when he go to LA, he figured out I don't have nothing else to prove no more, so I'm gonna go do this and do that. But in the thick of things, he would have never left the East from 10 to 18 or 19 to whenever with Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, them doing what they doing in the West at that time, because he knew that, all right, there ain't nothing shaking over here for me. I'm going to control this East, go to the finals, hope I have a chance, and then when I'm playing against the Raptors, I went to the finals 7 times straight. I don't even remember some of the teams he beat to get there, honestly. Like who? So yes, LeBron was cake walking through the East, and I respect it, but he also lost most of those. He also got bailed out and saved by Ray Allen. People just hate bringing that up. Yes, he had 16. You said this earlier, and I was harping on that. Yes, he had 16 in that quarter, but so what? No one remember that 16. They just remember that shot. And no matter how they got there, it's not a problem.
That's the problem.
No, it's not.
That's the problem.
No.
That's the problem right there, Dale, because we don't get there. We don't get to that point. I don't want to interrupt you. I want you to keep going.
No. You get there.
I want you
but
to keep
LeBron,
going.
Ray Allen, dumbass, Greg Popovich.
Matter of fact, we there right now. We
Yeah.
in the meat and potatoes of this.
Absolutely.
4-minute round is open for the floor, back and forth, fellas. We ain't gotta be nice here.
Dale, you talk about the teams that they beat. Just so you know, that Atlanta Hawks team, contrary to popular belief, I love the fact that
who was on that team?
I'm glad 4 All-Stars was on that team. Not only was 4
talking
All-Stars
about
on that team.
the Atlanta Hawks.
Let's talk about that team for a
The
second.
Knicks swept the Atlanta Hawks when the Knicks was the
actually,
8th
no, they
seed.
didn't. No, that was 8 years later. Let's discuss.
what?
Let's discuss in 2014.
The Hawks is their
Let's talk about
build-up.
2014, 2015 when they played them. That team was 14 games over 500, and the only team that they lost to was the Cavs. Everybody else, they smoked them. If they don't run into the Cavs, they go into the NBA championship. And let's discuss. Let's discuss.
You don't believe that.
Let's discuss James and his signature moments. So let's discuss James shutting down the league MVP and Derrick Rose, who was averaging 25 a game. Shut the door on him. Shut the door on him in the conference championship. Let's talk about James moving forward in the Western Conference Championship in the 1920 season when he shut the door on Jamal Murray in the 4th quarter. Shut the door on him. We already know about blocked by James. We already know about that. We already know how that goes. When you're talking about being a mismatch also and being a mismatch nightmare where nobody wants anything to do with him, and in terms of him spreading out his game, where he now had to move to the long ball line because he knew for a fact, okay, this is the way the game is going, and I can't just keep putting my head down, and I'm not just going to be a bucket getter. I got to stretch the game. That's why he's still playing like he was.
Who gives up prime Shaq and wins 2 NBA championships?
Who gives up prime Shaq? The Lakers. The Lakers do.
Kobe Bryant does.
But don't make that. Don't make the. But don't.
Get your cousin the hell out of here.
That's not going on. Here's the difference.
Get your cousin out of here. I want to prove that who I am, I'm about to do what I do. Get whoever. Give me 1 All-Star.
This is the same Bryant who asked to be traded after that.
So what?
This is the same Bryant who asked out.
Because
this the same
the team
Bryant
was not
who had
following.
Right. And it's
give
the same
me 1
Gasol.
All-Star.
This is the
Don't
same
give me 19
who in
Hall of
Game
Famers.
7.
Give me 1 All-Star
Right.
and Derek Fisher hit a clutch shot. I get you back-to-back chip and
Just
go to
one.
3 of them.
Let's stop talking about him like he's just one All-Star. We're talking about a top 15 player in the game. He was
Because
an
of
All-Pro.
Kobe.
He wasn't just a good player.
Because of Kobe.
So Kobe was the reason why he went 20 and 20 in Game 7. He went 19 and 18.
Yes, Kobe missed some of those shots.
You kidding me?
Kobe missed some
That's
of those
what
shots.
Doing? That's what he's doing.
Out of the 20 rebounds, Kobe missed some of those shots.
Right.
So he got it back. Yes,
So how
Kobe.
come nobody else couldn't do that? How come Chris Mims couldn't do that? Explain that. How come Kwame Brown couldn't do that?
It's
When it was up 3-1 in the
Kobe
playoffs, by the way.
Bryant put him on the
Explain that
stage
one.
for him to become a Hall of Famer. Just like
He put Kwame Brown on the stage.
Stop.
He put Chris Mims on the stage.
He didn't have Phil Jackson.
100% he had Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson actually came back that year in 06.
With Chris Mims?
That's right.
Chris,
we can't talk about that.
Bryant. Stop. We're not talking about that.
We talk,
just like you
this is
said,
exactly what
Matthew
we're talking about.
Dellavedova, all them names LeBron made get paid because they played good in the finals because of
Right.
LeBron James. Kobe Bryant made him a Hall of Famer. Kobe Bryant got Trevor Ariza paid. Kobe Bryant resurrected Ron Artest to be someone to get a rebound and say, Kobe Bryant passed me the basketball. He did all that stuff. He put them on the stage to do what they do, and now, rest in peace.
I know for a fact that as good as Bryant was, James was that much better off the strength of everything that he brought to each team that he was on. Immediately, what they did when he got there.
We can't talk about that because Kobe stayed one place.
Well, I'm glad you say that, man. That's the versatility of it. So we get on a Cavs team in the 14-15 season. These how many times Kevin Love been to the playoffs before LeBron James showed up. These how many times Kyrie Irving been to the playoffs before James showed up. These how many times Tristan Thompson been to the playoffs before they show up. Where they at? They in the NBA Finals the year that I show up. You know what that is? That's a dude getting on the crew, and we getting platinum records when I show up.
Kobe get a playoff appearance and chips Y'all don't just show up to lose in the finals. I'm gonna give you some chips with that.
Yeah.
Chips
Really?
and dip.
Really? So
Yeah.
is that what happened in 2008 when they got smoked by a record margin against the Boston Celtics?
When
they lost by 38?
Good job.
If I'm not mistaken?
And then we doubled back 2010. Let me get that back.
I'm glad you
Let
brought
me
that
get
up.
that
Yeah,
back.
and-
I ain't gonna go 2011 with Dwayne Wade.
Please
Chris
do that.
Bosh, and
Please
then
do that.
Get kneed in the face.
Please
by
do that.
Jose Juan Barrera.
Please do that.
By
Absolutely.
little Spanish cat that people Carlos Arroyo.
Please do
and
that.
San Juan.
Please do
That's
that.
what we're doing. And
Yes.
Jason Terry.
Yes, sir. Please
and
do
then,
that.
Oh, Wade gotta go. Braun, it's your show, baby. You gotta do the thing.
Right.
Take over for me, please. Thank you.
The Parley. Powered by passion. Like, subscribe, share.